Good afternoon all. Welcome to Auckland, New Zealand, live from the Black Bull Markets trading floor. Doing a quick market update here, especially focusing on gold. The recent price movement in the US dollar has really spurred on the safe haven long, as it were, which had been pretty undermined over the last few months in the precious metal. This has really been spurred on from a sell-off of a pretty overbought US dollar index following Trump's comments about the Fed Chair Powell on how he is looking for a cheap money Fed chair. Pretty contrast to the independent nature between politics and monetary policy and what he actually intended for in the first place, or a stronger US dollar. Probably now regretting those comments as we've seen the dollar fall. However, the fundamental fact doesn't change, that the Fed are still planning, multiple rate hikes until the end of the year, and this is really driving up the US dollar in general. However, what we've seen over the last few days is very interesting and probably pivotal as to what time we're sitting at in terms of the political realm and the economic realm. Let's turn your attention to this gold chart here. Now, after 5 straight months of losses, everything is falling into place pretty much for gold to get some sort of reprieve here. According to a pretty famous gold strategist who's been interviewed earlier in Bloomberg, he's really looking for a sizable rally from this base in gold. Now, gold touched a 19-month low last week. That's down around 15% from its April peak of about $13.60 per ounce, all the way down to $11.60 per ounce. So it's $200 price move in gold, which is for this time of year, especially given all of the geopolitical risks rather in the market. Usually investors seek some sort of a safe haven. However, they've now turned their attention more into the dollar and the yen as opposed to the more traditional gold. However, just as bears are reaching this kind of peak excitement, or had reached this excitement, the gold bugs are now kind of getting into some more playtime, bringing this back over the, looking to get back over this $1,200 mark. And the catalyst really is this, that also turning your attention onto the trade wars, the positive shift in the Chinese yuan, which was really bought up by a significant spike in yuan forwards in the last 24-48 hours. So the link between the two assets is pretty intuitive, as the dollar yuan is becoming more of a dominant pair in the FX markets and influencing the broader dollar, as well as gold, which has been a pretty clean relative dollar play for the last 2 days. So this bounce, again, like I said, assisted by the latest comments, and we're seeing positions now starting to amp up more on the long side. The yellow metal, I mean, as of late, like I said, has really been suffering. So this is bringing some relief to the gold speculators rather out there. Those who really do care about gold, such as a lot of market players, this data could well come into positive light for them, as a lot of people looking for gold really coming into shine, as it were. So let's see how this plays out in the next few days. Really looking for some assurity over the 1200 mark, which formed a technical base. A bounce there back last year, March. So any price action above this 1200 mark could see a bit more of a firmer trade there going to the upside. So keep your eyes on gold. An interesting play over the next week or so, especially as the political story continues to unfold. And wish you all the best with your trading. And for any questions, as always, please don't hesitate to contact us. For more great videos, hit that subscribe button below. All the best.